Hi guys, it's Minx here. Hope you're doing well today. I'm doing fine, thank you. Thought it was time to answer a few more of your questions. I've just selected some ones that were asked fairly frequently, and some that were not as well. So I'm going to read them out, I'm going to answer them, and hopefully you'll all be happy. Yeah! Who draws the intro thumbnails to your videos? I have a Tumblr called Art for Minx. The link to that is in the description. People there can submit thumbnails to me. There's like certain criteria they have to meet for me to accept them, and I may not use them, especially if there's lots for one game, for example. But it's a place where people can submit art, and that's where I get my thumbnails from. I have probably about 20 people who I use stuff from very regularly, and occasionally other people get used as well. But there's a team of artists who do the thumbnails for me, which is very nice of them, and I really appreciate it. Next question. Minx, what do you like to watch on TV? I answered this the other day on a stream, but it's a question I get asked a lot. My TV show taste changes all the time. I like long drama series that go on and on a bit. My favourite of all time is probably House. I think that's awesome. I really like Vikings as well. I like House of Cards, the US version. And I liked Breaking Bad when it was on. I think Breaking Bad's probably my favourite. Breaking Bad, actually, now it's on TV, is my favourite TV programme of all time. It's really good. Just amazing stuff. And it's fairly cliche to say that, I know, but I really like it. I don't like Game of Thrones. I think that's pretty crappy. But I did like Breaking Bad a lot. Sopranos was really good back in the day as well. In terms of British TV, I tend to like comedies a lot. I like Blackadder and Bottom. And I think my sense of humour has been kind of sculpted by sitcoms like those from the 80s and 90s. So there you go. Question. What games console did you grow up with? What was your first and which was your favourite in the past and not present? I'll answer that in general. So my first games console was a NES. But before that I did have a ZX Spectrum. We're looking at about 1986, something like that, when I got those. So I was very young. And then my mum used to play Mario and DuckTales and stuff, and I used to watch her play on my NES. I think it was an excuse for them to get a Nintendo for everyone. And it was a lot of fun. I really had a good time on that. And I got a Super Nintendo after that, and then N64. I was very much into Nintendo stuff. Until I got a PlayStation 2, probably in the late 90s, like 1998 maybe. If it was out then, I can't remember. The PS2 is without a doubt my favourite console. I think it had the biggest variety, the biggest selection of titles and variety of genres, and I just loved it. Just an amazing console around. I feel since then consoles have kind of got a bit crappy. Like, I wasn't particularly taken with the 360. I never bothered with the PlayStation 3. Don't own a PlayStation 4. I own a Wii U, which I enjoy for the Nintendo exclusives, but it doesn't have the sheer variety the PS2 did. And I don't really think any consoles these days will. I feel a PC now provides that sort of thing. Okay, so another question here. I have a question. What religion are you? It's always a touchy subject when I bring this up, because I am an atheist. I'm not going to dwell too long on this subject or go into full rant mode, but I don't believe religion is a good thing. I believe that there is nothing special. I don't believe in anything spiritual or anything like that. I think we have this life on Earth and you have to make the most of it. And it doesn't depress me, there's nothing afterwards. It just means I feel that you have to be nicer to people here. I feel religion is generally used for bad things. And I've seen it used for many bad things around me all the time. And that's why I want nothing to do with it. Moving on to more gameplay related questions here. You're going to play Wolf Among Us and Walking Dead is a popular question. I'm mulling it over. I said before, I don't really like episodic content that much. I really think it's a bit lazy to a certain degree. I want the game to come out in one big story, and that's it. I'd much prefer that than having the single episodic content. I don't know. I just don't like the episodic content very much. I probably will play The Walking Dead at the very least when it's fully released, so I can play it all in one go. But waiting for the final act at the moment, I suppose. I think the fourth one just came out, probably. I don't know. In general, I feel I want to improve my solo content a lot, and I'm never really sure what to do. I feel my solo content's pretty lacking compared to my multiplayer content, and I want to do something about it. But I've been saying that for like a year, and I'm still not happy with it, so I don't know if I'll find a happy medium for myself, but there you go. Hopefully, I will. Minx, why did you start doing YouTube videos? A fairly common question, this one. I was inspired originally by a guy called Lord Vega, who did Silent Hill playthroughs. I remember watching 1, 2, and 3 and thinking, wow, this is amazing. Someone's talking for a video game. I watched them all like religiously as they came out, and I was totally in love with them. I thought they were the best thing ever, and I found other people like Dark Chiron and Halloween. Halloween still does. I think both might do actually, and yeah, they were just awesome. I watched Halloween's Penumbra Let's Play. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. I couldn't believe they had 20,000 subs or something like that. I was like, oh my god. And it was just amazing. I had a really good time watching those videos, and I think they were great content. I think Dark Chiron's Call of Cthulhu Let's Play is one of the best Let's Plays on YouTube. Necroscopes, I used to watch Necroscopes as well back in the day. His XCOM stuff was amazing too. Kikoskia. I loved them all. They're just great content. And Let's Plays have changed quite a lot since those days, I guess, at least in terms of like what's mainstream on YouTube, but those videos were great, and they was what got me into making this type of content, and without those people, I probably wouldn't have made videos in the first place. So there you go. Next question. Do you wear makeup? Kristen will probably glare at me if she hears me saying this and stuff. Well, Kristen thinks I should wear makeup, and she thinks I look pretty with makeup, and she's probably right, because I have, like I've said before, an extremely low self-opinion of myself. I guess I don't feel it's worth putting on makeup because I never feel I look good in the first place. So that's one of the reasons I don't wear it. It's probably the main reason deep down. I might say I just don't like it, but deep down the probably reason is probably related to self-esteem, like I said before. I'm not going to dwell on it here, but as I stated in the first video, it's a serious problem for me and stuff. So, there you go. There you go. What do you want from the future in terms of life and YouTube, etc.? This is a good question. I said in the other video I'd like to do YouTube for at least another 2 years. That doesn't mean I want to quit in 2 years. If I could do this for 10 years, I'll do it for 10. But I'm just going to be realistic. Like, trends on YouTube come and go, people come and go. You never know, but we'll see. We'll see where I get to. And in terms of life, well, I'd like to marry Chrism, have her here as soon as possible. I'd like to just have a wonderful life with her. I'd like to get a nice home. I'd like to have kids. I'd like to have a pet, like a nice friendly dog. I'd like to just have, I guess, to a certain degree, like a traditional life. I'd like to just have a nice type of place. I'd like a detached house. I'd like a pool, but in the UK that's probably not a good idea, or probably not going to happen in terms of my financial budget that I will ever reach. But, you know, I like somewhere nice, and I like somewhere where I can grow old with Chrism. And a lot of you probably going to go, oh, in the comment section, that is true. That's really what I want from life, and hopefully I will get some semblance of closeness to it. You know, we'll see how the path of life takes. You know. And those were like a lot of the other questions were like just generic ones that I get asked all the time. So I didn't want to spend, you know, forever answering questions that I'd seen a million gazillion times before. Obviously, there's tons of stuff that I intend to do in the future. A lot of you were just asking, will I play this, will I play that? And it's really hard to say what I will play a lot of the time I don't decide till just before. I really like to do more and better quality survival series. I'd really like to do more and better quality solo stuff. Obviously, I'm going to continue with the Gmods and the whatevers, all the other multiplayer stuff too, because they're really popular. But again, we'll just see where the YouTube path takes me and see what comes up, and hopefully I'll produce some content you guys like, and you'll keep watching, and you'll share the word about me, and more people will come along and watch, and we'll all live happily ever after in a magical YouTube world. And yeah, so that's pretty much it, really. I thought those were some other key questions I wanted to answer. I answered the more in-depth ones in the first video. There's a link in the description to the first video too if you missed that. And I guess I'll see you in the next gameplay video I make, which will hopefully be amazing. So I'll see you later, guys. Bye for now. Have a wonderful, fantastic, amazing day. See you later. Bye.